was in a decent rhythm in the middle of the second set. It was more here. I've always kind of struggled at the beginning of the tournament with, I don't know if it's the conditions or, whatever reason it is, but I've never really started this tournament that well. I've always struggled, especially in the first round. So yeah, just had to try and find a way to get through.
Do you think of that when you're in this tournament and get down in a match, or are you able to put that aside and just focus on today?
I think it's important sometimes to think about it, because it's, when you're not expecting it to happen and then it does, that's when it can kind of, obviously it can take you by surprise and you might panic a little bit or worry, but I don't feel like today. There was a set and a breakdown. I got broken 3 times in a row at the end of the first set, beginning of the second, and I just kind of kept going and found a way to win, which is always the most important thing.
You did last tournament, didn't you? At the start of the undergrad, and then the last few years it's been a bit more of a struggle. Is it somewhere that you maybe feel like you might have?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, some tournaments, you feel very comfortable in. Some years you'll feel better than others. It's just, you just have to try and make the most with what you've got. Sometimes, I've taken quite long breaks after Australia and trained, and maybe come in with not, enough matches, but physically was in good shape, and often I'd play well in Miami just after that. So, maybe this year will be different. I've had a few more matches to get ready here, and hopefully that'll help me.
When he's sort of thumping forehand winner after forehand winner, do you get the suspicion that in a minute they're going to start to fly, not where he wants them to fly, and that you're going to get yourself back into the groove again?
Well, you need to be the one that makes him miss balls. When the ball's sitting there, he hits it extremely well. He hits it hard. He puts pressure on you, because if you don't get the ball away from the middle of the court, he'll dictate the point. So if you watch the sets and saw the things that I did differently in the second and third sets, I was dictating a lot more of the points. I was using my forehand a lot more. I was a lot more sort of active on my feet in between shots to look for the right shots, look for my chances to come into the net as well, and you have to make him miss balls, because when he's in the middle of the court dictating, he's very tough.
Bill?
Hey Andy, along with Rafa, Novak, Mikael, you came out there and made a statement about the terrible situation over in Ukraine. Could you just talk about that and why you decided to do it, and just reflect on that?
Well, I mean, I spoke about it a couple of days ago in my press conference, and Dolgopolov asked me to do it, and obviously, when we're traveling, we do tend to follow the news and see kind of what's going on, and as athletes and tennis players, we obviously travel around the whole world, and I was saying the other day, there's probably players from 80, 90 countries playing here. It's a truly global sport, and anytime we can sort of help support one of the other players, or whether it's a situation like that, I think we do a pretty good job of it.
Last question. Sorry, Bill. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead.
If I could just follow up. You have a place in Miami, you just played in the Garden in New York, here you on the West Coast. Obviously, you won at the Open, spent a lot of time in this country. Do you feel in a way that you feel comfortable here? In some way, is it a second home, or is it just in and out of your life, so to speak?
No, I love the States. I've loved it since the first time I came. I came for the Orange Bowl when I was 11 years old, and I just enjoy the positivity of the people here. Wake up at 6 in the morning and you go to Starbucks, and the person that's serving you just genuinely seems happy to see you. They're awake and very just positive. They have a positive outlook on life, and it's not the case everywhere. And that's why I always enjoy coming here, and why I spend my off seasons training here, and why I've made Miami my sort of second home, because people are very positive.
Last question.
Another political question. Obviously, it's going to be an important year for Scotland. I was just wondering if you thought about other than coach getting asked questions about the referendum and whether you're going to take a position.
Yeah, I said, I'll take a position, but I'm not really one for. I can't vote. I'm not allowed to vote. So my thoughts on it aren't that relevant, because I can't vote myself. And yeah, I wouldn't personally choose to make my feelings on something like that public either, because not a whole lot of good comes from it. I don't know a whole lot about politics, and I've made that mistake in the past, and it's caused me a headache for like 7 or 8 years of my life and a lot of abuse. So I wouldn't consider getting involved in something like that ever again.
Thank you very much. Let's do British press right here. Yeah. You want to start?
Thanks for starting us on, Andy.